What's up, YouTube? What's this? Ooh. This is the test blade for the Saba, and I actually ordered both of these, the Saba and the Power Sword, from My Hero Studios Statues and Collectibles. Hope they're cool. They're about 700 a piece, and I probably won't see them for a year, maybe two. All right. Here we are. All right. So we just took Psy at Russian guy. What did I say I was going to call him? Ben? We took Psy, even though I wanted the mace. But anything for my adoring fan base. Alright. So this is Act 3. We want to sneak by, basically. A lot of elites. Is sneaking by doing this? That's 4 hallways. 5 hallways, 2 fires. It's better than the right side. What about the middle? We can go 3. Bang. Probably there. What's up, Monk? That's 3 elites and 1, 2, 3, 4 hallways. It's not going to get much better. I think I'd rather take elites than, like, hallway fights after the first 2. I know that's how it is in Act 1. Alright. So we're blocking 7 already. We're doing 21. What's left in the deck for attacks? There's still 2 uproars and a roar. I don't think I'm ever playing machine learning. Now, we could draw another one of our 2 costs. Nope, we got through. Alright, this is... Actually, we'll play that. Oh, we still have a strike left. Gay. Oh, buffer would literally just stop 3 damage. But that's all that we need. Alright, we're just gonna win this with our 1 lightning orb. The first extra... Oh, the easiest... so this isn't 100%... Ask in the Discord. There are people that pay attention more. I've been tuned out, and I've never cared about Eternal Road. But in general, the earlier ones are older. Older is usually easier. So, and then the first 2, they have the biggest categories, alternative and or universal century. So probably one of those 2. There's a lot of guides on YouTube. It's all about positioning. It's all about positioning. So so maybe watch a couple of guides on the first or second one, and it will actually teach you some things about the game. Because the first strategy I followed was taking advantage of the fact that those enemies actually get hit harder on counterattacks. So they have their shield. When you attack them, they have a shield. Just like a lot of your units have a shield, the unit ability just holding a shield, you reduce incoming damage by 20 or 30%. The enemies have that too, but it's not active when they're attacking. So counterattacks, they take more damage. It's just a natural thing in the game. It's not a mechanic there. And I know a lot of the early guides took advantage of that. You can really get through that on a pretty bare-bones team, if you know what you're doing. So I would suggest watching a couple of YouTube guides, watching people do that, and it'll actually teach you a few things about the game. I don't think I want Shadow Shield. I could take a charge battery, though. I really don't have a lot of block. Of course it's a hallway fight. Why didn't I double energy? You've got to have really pretty powerful units to be able to do it. To do that. Let's see. Of course not. Fuck. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Oh, of course. All right, we've got to get iteration down, so we're going to take 9 here. All right, we got it. We could multicast and get it for super critical. We could do 30 damage. Let's wait. Farrell's gone. Alright, so super critical for 8. I am too tired to do math. Oh! You gotta do super critical first. I'm very tired. Alright, so Uproar is just coming in for 18. Yeah, so that's just me being stupid there. Oh, we got there. We didn't lose anything. I don't think we need any of that. I am. So right now I'm on New York time. I'm East Coast, US. So it's 8:30 where I am. So yeah, my shift starts at midnight. So with the 3-day weekend, I got the 3-day weekend Memorial Day. Anyway, I switched over to days. So now I'm just in this weird spot. I woke up at like maybe like 12:30 yesterday in the afternoon. So if I go to sleep too early, I'm gonna wake up like late afternoon, early evening, and then be tired. You know, with me driving at night, I like to wake up like maybe 2, at max 3 hours before my shift. I don't want to be tired on the way home. Driving is boring. It's very easy to get sleepy. Alright. I'll take 1 damage. We'll dual cast. Oh, that's the wrong... yeah, this takes 2 energy. I wanted to play that. That sucks. Okay. Not super punished there. Fuck you, Feral. Alright, so there's another uproar in the deck. Does he do anything? I don't think he does anything. Played that strength. So I can take 11 here. The only thing that's gonna I mean, I could get super critical and block. No. So, yeah, we got, like, pretty close to exactly what we didn't want. Fight through is not as good as a strike. So I should have held on to the strike. So, yeah, losing even more here. Let's see. Probably should have blown the... Well, you know, I still can. Still got one buffer. All right. I think that gets us an extra play. Yeah, we never did get this upgraded. Alright. Do I want another machine learning? Yeah. That's tight. I would love an upgrade, though. Don't think that's how I get there. Alright, that was just turn one, right? Yeah. Alright, there is another null in there. Alright, I need to do 35 next turn. 32 next turn. 29, actually. Yes. Oh, dude, this is gonna be 108? We still couldn't have taken out the 300, so. Multicast. Okay, machine learning is eh. Multicast, that's awesome. These guys have ended a lot of runs. Well. Alright, so I'm gonna do this to get 4 energy. 2, 1, okay. Alright, so they're coming in for 21. Well. Alright, 19. Just need that dark orb on the end. What's up, Michelson? Alright, we lost super critical. Alright, awesome. Got it without anything. 24 times 3, so... We'll go there, take him down to 21. And then, oh, they're both attacking, so we still lose. Alright, did that use both my buffer? Oh no, it only buffered for one. Alright. Fuck. Alright, we just take one here. Great. Oh, wow. We actually made it. Alright, yeah, we're out of cards. Awesome. Well, that was fun. Ripple Basin, that was worth it. I'll take upgraded charge battery, yeah. Venerable Tea set. Alright. 3 more fights, 1 heal. Okay. Not much of a heal, but beggars can't be choosers. Gotta make it through 2 elites in a hallway on 39 HP. Alright. So, we're going to take 8 already. All right. All right, how many attacks do we have left? Another uproar. Better than buffer. I don't know. Let's have fun. Alright. Full blocked. Alright. That's gone. Alright. That'll be 39 with dual cast. Fuck yeah. Alright, so that's 7 times... Yeah, that's a lot. Data disc. Start each combat with 1 focus. Not bad. I liked hologram before. I was doing that with claw. Let's see if it works here. You know, let's leave it. We're gonna do this. Of course. I was hoping to not draw a 2-cost card. Maybe we would have drawn Strike. Alright. I think I gotta do this. So this is 22. Alright, so we're gonna lose a buffer. Alright, so that's 40, but it's random. Okay. Alright. Still got a buffer. Alright, so even dual cast wins this. Oh, we got dual cast. Good. Alright, we didn't take any damage here, so that's a plus. Alright, another upgraded Uproar. Nice. Okay. Scary. Is it? Sorry, I thought this would be done faster. I'm gonna do Eternal right after this. Alright, so we still got one more buffer. Let's see. Attacks, we've got Strike... and 2 Uproars. Okay. So we got all but one of the Uproars. That's good. Alright, we gotta get a Dark Orb cooking, though. We need that. Let's see. Get rid of 2 of these. Yeah, we've got Iteration, but that's still a lot. Get rid of that. Alright, 40. We gotta block 33. Awesome. I don't want to play Zap. I need to get a Darkness Orb. I need it in front. I need it to cook. Of course, all of my Uproars are here. Hologram doesn't help anything, so... Alright, I've got to do this. And a Zap doesn't hurt. It's a little bit of passive damage. Alright, so we still have... Yeah, we still have a buffer. Alright, multicast is 80. We could get 20 damage out of it. It would only be 5 damage. Oh, fuck, yes. There we go. Alright, we got through this, no damage. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, we got Stonecracker. And... yeah. Alright, 52. So we're only on Ascension 5, so... Alright, after this we get to Eternal. Oh, okay. Not that. Maybe... well... oh, of course. Alright, well, we're gonna take 11 damage. It's not the end of the world. Still got that one strike in. Well, our potions don't mean much. We only have the 4 Goopy defends. They exhaust after I play them, so that's 16 block throughout the fight and not this turn. You know, automation's good. Alright, so we want to block 11? Oh, Stonecracker gave us dual cast, that's good. So I could block 7 more. And just take 4. Calamity's gonna screw up Uproar, so... we could have a Master of Strategy that just goes into our deck. Which is, I think, worth it. We'll just take 11. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh, we can get Dark on him. Let's do this. Alright, so that's 27. There we go. And we could dual cast for 42. I don't think we need to do that. Alright, so we're going to Purity away Zap and Feral. Below that. And... Alright, well. Buffer lets us take this hit if we can't block it. How many... We got 3 of our uproars, that's awesome. So there's 1 uproar, a null, 2 nulls and an uproar in the deck. So there's a 1 in 3 chance we get to play 2 of them. No, that's not. I think we're gonna play... Well, we don't need to play buffer. Go. All right, perfect. Okay. Oh, right, we evoked a dark orb. Hmm. Let's see. Alright, so we're going to take 12 here. Okay. Let's see. We got super critical. Turbo. Double energy. Multicast. It's just that easy. Alright. And that was so much damage, I'm pretty sure the Architect is dead now. Wow. Somehow he survived. Shit. One with 600 or more gold. Killed 6 or more elites. Okay. Alright. Well, there we go. We're done with that. Alright. I'm gonna go... We'll start up Eternal, and I gotta take a leak real quick. Alright, we're back. Bladder's empty. Alright. Oh, actually, something very exciting for all... Oh. Got that way up. Like, blowing out some speakers. Sorry. Shit. I got play points to use. Okay. It's only enough for 13 tickets. We'll just get 10. All right. Yeah. Big news. Should probably say something about it. So, this is looking weird. Oh, those are badges and chips. Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh yeah, so we're getting a dual unit. I mean, unless they're doing something just flat out retarded where they're just listing both of... Well, no. Yeah, no, they're together. One unit is 2. Which doesn't surprise me that a gacha is doing this. Dokkan has started doing this, like... They started doing it, like, the second year. For an event card? That's weird. Especially cross-dimension 0079? Was there even a way to play this in America? I mean, they don't give a fuck about Americans, but... Yeah. Oh, and then they're advertising SR units? I mean, are they really good to SP convert or something? And also this pilot, you know, I'm sure she won't be the worst, but she doesn't have double support, so fucking worthless. Alright. Let's go do these big ticket pulls. God, I'm so worried. I feel like I've heard people summoning on this banner in the Discord. I get so mad. Alright, can we get something? Probably not. Alright. 1 SSR and 1 SR. 8 rares. Alright. Let's go do Master League. I really appreciate that they did this, but where's the skip button, bro? Michelson, I'm definitely appreciate you jumping in. Sorry, I can't read Japanese? I don't know if it translates on YouTube, but I can't read it in my Streamlabs. Korean, thank you. I feel like stereotypical middle-aged white dude saying this, but I do like Korean food. Korean food's awesome. And my experience with it is one Korean restaurant and then K-pop restaurants. So I'm very knowledgeable. It's like I've been to Korea. But actually, my sister spent a couple of years over there doing ESL teaching. You actually don't have to be able to speak any other languages to be an ESL teacher. Your job is to know English and talk to students. That's like about it. Like, they probably expect some, like, basic teaching. Not really experience, but, like, mannerisms, like professionalism. But yeah, her job was just to speak English, maybe have some exercises or something, like, you know, literary or vocal exercises. I don't know what she did. I didn't ask her that much about it, but I know she worked at a school. Pretty sure it was South Korea. Can't say for sure. Wasn't really interested enough to ask. I'm gonna assume that Michelson's also from the southern part of Korea. By the way, for other new players that are watching, or that haven't made it all the way up to Master League yet, one thing, it's small, I've mentioned this before, like, when you're making, like, your initial Master League team, besides the fact that you are going to want to tweak at some point, don't be afraid, like, don't get locked down on making the perfect Master League team. There isn't a perfect Master League team. You're going to need to change units, pilots, maybe even entire teams, if you've got a big box. But as far as getting to Master League, like to the Master League level, like through Silver, Diamond, Gold, and all that shit, don't form a team. Take the tag for the Master League, and then just put as many attackers on that team, as many UR attackers as you can on that team. Maybe like SSP attackers as well. And then the rest do supporters. And then if you still have space, then just put shit in there. Don't form a strategy for getting through the early ranks. The early ranks are easy, just blitzkrieg. When you start hitting a road, a wall, then start tinkering around, you know, but I always think it's funny, you know, a lot of people, they just, they form the slow defensive turtle squad strategy, and then they, like, go start, you know, Silver, Bronze League. Bro, just bring as many attackers as you can. And then when that doesn't work, that's when you know, bring your other team. Monk, you doubt he'd be North Korea? North Korean? Why would you assume that? Oh, no worries, man. And I hope you don't think we're teasing you. I'm... How to word this? Oh, by the way, I'm super tired. I've been up since noon yesterday. I've been up for, like... This is 21 hours now? But if I go to sleep now, I'm screwed. So I had to stay up a couple more hours. Anyway, Americans are always super afraid to talk about race. White people in America are just accused of being racist fucking constantly. That's why I'm always apologetic for even mentioning being from another country. It's a part of American liberalism. Yeah. I don't need to watch this shit. Although skipping takes half as long as just watching the fight. Christ.
Gundam fight! Ready, go!
Yoshi, いい調子みたいね。
Oh, that's right. It's a 4-day work week. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Sorry, because I go back to work tonight. I'm expecting a package tomorrow. Hopefully. Hopefully it's the gray market research materials I ordered. Skipping does not... Like, I can't tell you for sure, but there is RNG in Master League, and you can get different results skipping. Like, if you skip the same fight 5 times, I don't know if I could say likely, but it's more than possible, and it has happened, that you can get a higher or lower score. So when you skip it, it does still take the RNG. There's still chances of crits and misses and whatnot. So, it should be the same. That's why it takes so long when you skip. It's still actually going through. Hey, Hanva. As an American, are you pro-Trump? Hell yeah. I'm mega as fuck, bro. Honestly, like, you know, anyone that didn't want to be like, conservatives have been so afraid to admit their political beliefs or just their political standing. Because, dude, the left in America is so vicious. It's you're with us or against us, and you're a Nazi, and we want to kill you. Like, the American left is so goddamn violent, it's fucking ridiculous. And there's no order to that. Do you know what I saw all day yesterday on social media? Not that I was on it that much, but the few minutes I was scrolling in between stuff. By the way, Memorial Day in America, a day that we use to remember our fallen soldiers through all the wars throughout history. What are Democrats talking about? The 6-year anniversary of George Floyd's death. A fucking criminal that overdosed while getting arrested. Like, it's fucking insane. They're worshipping a literal drug-addicted felon who died, unfortunately. He died from fucking drug overdose. They happened to use a chokehold on him, or like they were kneeling on his back. They leave out the fact that he was like 6'8" or something like that. But he died from a drug overdose while being arrested. He was driving, by the way, high as fuck on fentanyl. They're worshipping that piece of shit on a day dedicated to our fallen heroes. The American left is fucking disgusting, dude. Anyway, sorry. Ugh. I'm very tired. When I'm tired, I allow myself to go political too much. Anyway. Glad you're on Team Big Red, Hanfa. Truly a sickness? I'm with you, bro. Like I said, they're all about tolerance, the left. They're all tolerance. Unless you don't agree with them. They're very tolerant of you. If you at least pretend to think exactly like they do. Oh yeah, sorry. That's what I was saying before. I don't know if you think we're teasing you. It's just, I always think it's funny. Like, if somebody tells you they're from Korea, you really don't have to ask. Like, if, you know, if they don't immediately start with, like, I escaped from North Korea, you can generally assume that people are from South Korea. I would imagine. I don't know. I don't know that much about the situation. From what I understand, North Korea is literally like a gigantic, century-long hostage situation. It just sounds like the entire country of North Korea is held hostage. I don't know if that's accurate or not. By the way, that was another thing, you know, I'm going to try not to get too angry, and we can drop politics whenever any other topic comes up, but during Trump's first presidency, like 5-6 years ago, he was talking with and negotiating with Kim Jong-un. And of course, like, American journalists attack him for that too. Because when he's talking to him, like when Trump is talking to Kim Jong-un, he's like being diplomatic. And like, oh, you're very smart. And saying a couple of nice things about him. And they're like, look at Trump praising him. I'm like, do you think he's gonna get anywhere by, like, talking about what a crazy fat piece of shit he is? Do you not understand that North Korea is like an entire country held hostage? Like, we're trying to get something done, like, try to stop the cruelty over there? Oh, no. Oh, well, excluding New York City. Alright, so this is almost literally the entire country, and it holds true in New York. I don't know about numbers, but all of the liberals are in the cities. So in New York State, you've got obviously New York City, and then you've got, they kind of run right across the middle of the state. You've got Albany, Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo. They're all right along I-90. They're all blue cities. Not like, maybe not New York City and like LA blue, but they're majority Democrat. And then the rest of the map, like when you look at a political map, you know, where it's colored red or blue for the majority in that area, everything but the cities in the entire country, every city is blue, and the rest of the map, like 95% of the map by area, is red. Everywhere. But most people live in cities, which I can't understand why. Bro, I drive truck. I went to LA. The last time was at least probably like 5 years ago. Bro, there are too many fucking people there. Like, it's literally just overcrowded. And if you guys have ever wondered, like, you hear about like the homeless people and the feces and the garbage on the street and stuff like that, that's not Fox News propaganda. If there is a sidewalk in Los Angeles people are living on it. Any area. If there's a sidewalk in Los Angeles, people are living on it. You know, unless there's rich people around, then they probably, you know, hose them down and keep them at bay.
Go!
But anyway, yeah, the whole, like, the American left, or the leftist media making fun of and attacking Trump for trying to negotiate with Kim Jong-un. That's how disgusting those people are. He's literally trying to... It's like negotiating a hostage release. And you're attacking the negotiator because he's not telling the, like, the you know, the, not kidnapper, but, like, you know, the hostage holder, that they're not attacking them and insulting them. Because that's how good hostage negotiations go. Is you insult them and tell them how stupid and wrong they are and immoral they are. That's how a good hostage negotiation goes, you know? Like, ugh. I don't know that much about the North Korea situation. But like I said, it sounds like they could use some help. Did I mention I'm exhausted? Sorry, I sound like a babbling moron. That wouldn't work. Yeah, exactly.
Gundam fight! Ready, go!
There. Oh, nice. One of my units used a map attack. That's amazing. Two map attacks. Holy shit. Oh my god, who would go into Master League with a SP unit that's only 2 stars? What a loser. I would never do that. Sorry. I could not get my 00 Riser fully limit broke in the last Master League, and I refused to use my SSR materials, so. What's up, Nomic? Can we get a like a real PvP mode? It's possible. Just be warned. Like how toxic do you think that would be though? This is a turn-based game. So when you're going against another opponent, like okay, so if you get to control yours and the opponent is AI, it's not as bad. You know, it's better than this. It's actually like your unit stats matter less. You can be strategic. If it's live PvP where you go against somebody else, the stronger person, unless they're stupid, the stronger person will always win. So if you've got 1 and 2 limit break units and you're in live PvP, the guy with 3 limit break units, unless he's dumb, like a whale that, like, refused to learn how to play, which there are a few of them, sure. But most people, if they whale, even if they're not the most talented, they usually know how to play. Like, they're moderately obsessed with the game. So anyway, if there's real PvP in this game being turn-based, you're always going to lose to the better team. Or like 70, 80, 90% of the time. It's very predatory. How did that win? I didn't pay attention to what was going on. Anyway, I always look on the negative side of things. So if they do like real PvP, because I've played gacha games that do that. Dragon Quest Tact started off with PvP, kind of like so it was PvP against the AI, but you got to control the units. And so if you knew what you were doing, it was very easy to defeat stronger teams. There was very, very, very little RNG in that game. So if you used the right units, the right moves, the AI was extremely predictable. So if you knew the system inside and out, I wasn't that good. The good players can literally predict how every unit will move because the AI had a fairly simple set. We all figured it out very early. Like how the AI will attack, who they will target, so then you know how they'll move. So a very good PvP player could take a fairly weak team and dominate. But then we got live PvP, where you're actually your team against another person, you're both actually playing. Extremely predatory. The whales will basically always beat you. So I'm not crazy about stuff like that. Because then you won't be happy if you get into the live PvP, real PvP, whatever you want to call it. If you get into it, you will no longer be happy with getting one limit break on a unit. You will, I would like, it'll make everybody want to save for limit breaks. I like that. But you'll find people obsessing over not getting the latest unit, but having it max limit broken. You wish it had stamps? I did like the stamps. It kind of does. So, I don't know which one of them... I don't remember exactly like how much a multi cost in like paid diamonds versus that. The amount of monthly diamonds is pretty close, I think. Maybe it's a little higher in this game. I think it's a little higher in this game. I can't say for sure. But, I mean, we do have the guaranteed you are on the way. On the way to Pity. So Pity and DQT was 15. On the other hand, though, it was Pity that you only got if you didn't get it. And you got to remember, there was only the ever... So in this game, we've got side units. They can even bring back past units. DQT, other than celebrations with older units, every new unit was just by itself. And everything else that was on the banner was general pool. And not even general pool like this game, it was older units. Everything was 6+ months old. There were a couple of good things in there, but like 80% of the general pool was worthless garbage. So you didn't have a 4%. So that game was also 4%. It was 4% total UR though. But it wasn't 4%. It was really 0.7%. It was only a 0.7% pull rate. This game is at least 0.75. And then you've got 0.75 for the side banner unit. And then if there's a tertiary unit, that would have a 0.5% draw rate. So you actually had a better chance of getting the featured. So yeah, you don't get the guaranteed Pity in this game until 20. But the path to get there is a lot nicer. Now the anniversary banners, yes, those did have nice bonuses. Like free URs every second or third pull. But they were for general pool. The general pool in this game is a lot Lot more valuable than the first, than DQT. I played a fair amount of gachas, and the monthly income of premium is more generous than any other game I've played previous. When you say premium, do you mean eternal? Did you use the wrong term, or do you mean like having the daily diamond pass or whatever?
私もすでに覚悟はできています。
ここか。たまらずダウンです。落ちろ。
Oh, blow him up with your map attack, bro. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, diamonds, got it.
このまま強行突破します。
He's gonna mess me up. Oh, fuck.
まだ諦めるのは早い状況。手痛い一撃です。
Fuck.
このまま一方的な展開を許してしまうのか。終わりだ。
Man, my wing is slow as hell. I think this is just one of those setups that was just against me. You couldn't go into the middle and do that, bro? Man. Did I lose the first one too? Oh, wow. I didn't even realize I lost that. I wasn't paying attention. Dude, we're in Diamond League. What the fuck? What the fuck? Is there a free-to-play way? Yes. Let me get through this fight, and I'll go show you how. It's not great. What's up, Cress? Yes and no on Master League. I'm going to show you the shops, and I'll show you exactly what I think you should do. It's not an amazing answer, but yes, you can technically. I mean, you totally can. But you can get free-to-play limit break materials. But it is based off diamonds still. So passively, you will eventually be able to get them. I'll show you the shop. What? Wait, why didn't he attack? He was in range. What? Seems like he should hit harder. Did he just hit for 218? I don't really know how Barbados works, but I mean, he's double limit break. I would think he would hit harder on his second attack. Against a... Wasn't that against a supporter? I think a max score here will get me through. Oh, shit. I forgot. Sorry. I was gonna go to the shop. Fuck.
Gundam fight. Ready, go. 先のいいスタ
私もすでに覚悟はできています。
Oh, good.
勢いが止まりません。
Sharzaku too loses a lot of firepower when he takes any amount of damage, so. Very nice. Shouldn't he be hitting harder? I never really used my Lupus Rex. Is there something wrong with him?
勝負はまだわかりません。 追い込まれているようです。
Oh, great. He does go fucking run and hide. That's annoying. Are you fucking serious? That's literally just really fucking annoying. Better resistance? Maybe, okay.
このまま一方的な展開を許してしまうのか。
Dude, that's... Like, this doesn't make him good in Master League, it just literally makes him an annoyance to play against. Like, it's not gonna help you get a better score. It's just, like, ugh. Fucking gross. Did anybody actually use Phoenix in Master League? Like, is he hot garbage? Oh, right. I gotta go look at the fucking shop. Great. I don't want to make a new team for fucking Platinum League. Ugh. Anyway, alright. So... Alright. Yeah. Alright, so... unit limit break materials. Okay. First of all, there's unit limit break materials, and then there's supporter limit break materials. These gold Master League medals, now it's pretty small to notice, it might be hard to notice them at first. It's very easy to overlook, rather. Pay attention, the things on top use gold, these use silver. The silver are very unimportant, like, mostly unimportant. Oh, this upgraded, didn't it? Yes. Now I can... The only thing that's important about silver is to make sure that you buy the UR weapon materials. Everything after that with silver doesn't matter. It just doesn't. Gold. Gold medals, gold coins, whatever. You get 1,100 of them for getting to 150,000 score in Master League. I believe you get to 1,000 just for hitting Master League. But it's very easy to get 1,000. It's very easy to get 1,100. So that's all that you can get in a month. With one exception so far. You could get a small bonus, but you can get 1,100 per month. Alright. Don't buy Ultimate Development Material URs. Sure as shit, don't buy SP conversion chips. They are not valuable. They are not valuable. I have a bajillion of these. I have 1,700 of them, okay? Don't spend gold Master League medals on SP conversion coins, okay? Also, God, if somebody else did this their first month, poor bastard. Don't buy these. There's the only thing that's an option is UR unit limit break and UR supporter limit breaks, okay? And I understand that you can't buy either of them in a month. I know it's annoying. Yeah, there's one season a month. So I understand that it sucks that you get to earn these medals and that you can't spend them on anything that month, on your first month, but it's worth it. All right, now, you can spend 2,000 2 months worth for a UR unit limit break, or you can spend 3,000 for a supporter limit break. One of these is much, much, much harder to acquire. I know it's more fun to limit break a unit, okay? But at least for me being a collector, all right, and also, so a supporter limit break is what? We're going to say, so these are rare enough that we're only going to look at the limited. And if you don't have a limited yet, you will, okay? All right, so she comes at, what, 30? So the first limit break on her is 6%. And that's on a whole team of units. So that's a 30% increase, okay? Versus 20 or more likely, possibly 10% on a unit. Normally, people that are starving for limit break materials are looking to limit break one unit. And everything after the first limit break is just 10%. So you can have 30% for your whole squad. Okay. Or, 10% on one unit, even 20. So it might be more fun to use a unit, to limit break a unit. But the draw chances and the pity chances, dude, pity on a unit is 200. Pity on a supporter is 300. That's a 50% increase. Okay. Meanwhile, you can, it's about the same exchange rate. So you can get them for, it's really the same, but it's so much harder to get supporters than units that I suggest everyone only spend their Gold Master League medals on UR supporter limit breaks. It's a regular thing, but it's monthly. And then the Golden Week thing, we could see it come back. Everyone enjoyed it. But then again, don't expect effort and or common sense from Bandai. I know I'm a negative person, and all of my disappointment from Bandai has been me expecting them to not be fucking worthless and lazy. If I had no expectations, I'd be fine. I mean, that's kind of a silly thing to say, but like, Bandai just lets me down at every turn. Like, yeah. All right, now how do you get unit limit breaks? It's rare metals, okay? The problem is that these come from spending diamonds. Yeah, I bought mine this month. So you get these from trading in gacha units and also exchange points. So any exchange points that you don't spend on a banner, like say you do, 10 multis on a banner and quit. You've got 100 exchange points left over. You get it, they put it somewhere in here. We all know about it for the most part. Maybe not a new player. These exchange points convert 1-to-1 to rare metals, which is bad, but also you get something. A lot of people could. It's funny, if they gave us nothing when the exchange points went away, half the people that complain about it wouldn't think anything. but giving us a reward that they deem too small? What? 1-to-1, a rare coin, that's nothing. So it's not something to aim for, but yes, if you throw a few multis onto a banner, you get everything left over in exchange points. So that's not something to aim for, but you will get a handful from there. You don't always go to 20 multis on a banner, 20 or 30. So you'll get rare coins from that. And then also from exchanging units. So yes, if you're a pay-to-play player and you're whaling, you're summoning more, so you're getting more fodder to trade in. But even as free-to-play, you are going to get units to dismantle. I suggest why am I getting these? Okay, it's just showing them there. I suggest max limit breaking units before you sell them, dismantle them. But even these are rare units. Yeah. Alright, so this is an SSR. This one will give me 10 rare coins. So every time you pull an SSR unit, you can trade that for 10 SSR coins. Or sorry, 10 rare coins. This is a gacha unit, or this is a free-to-play unit. So this one doesn't... Nothing free-to-play gives... Like, strictly free-to-play, nothing from the development gives rainbow medals. But it'll still give me coins and G-Shop coins. So the SSRs give you 10. URs give you 50, I believe. No, that's a free-to-play. Don't remember. No, that's not. So SSRs are probably going to be your biggest source. Okay, SRs give you 2 and rares give you 1, and there's no normals in the gacha. So once you've been... So at first, if you're going to max limit break all the units, which is mostly for collector's purposes, if you don't give a fuck about what your box looks like and limit breaking, keeping copies of R and SR units, you can get rare coins faster. I could never do that. I like collecting. Anyway, these units, after you get them max limit break, yeah, you can start dismantling the extra copies for rare coins. And, you know, once you start getting, like, say you look at a regular multi, a 10 pull, and you don't get a UR, you'll get maybe 3 SSRs, 2 SRs, and a bunch of Rs, something like that. That's not... I don't know what the averages are, but if you get 3 dupe SSRs in a multi, that's 30 coins, you know, 34 after the SRs, and another 5 for the rares, you know, 39 rare coins from doing a multi. If they're all limit break maxed and stuff that you're selling. Anyway, so you can get a UR unit limit break material for 1,000. So in that scenario where you're getting like 40 rare coins a multi, that's what, 30 multis? 30 multis of straight garbage to get a UR limit break material. No, Or, yeah, 30. Now that's after you've been playing for a while, if you're waiting for that. But think about when you start max limit breaking some of the general pool units, which, yes, is going to take a while. Every time you pull a dupe UR unit, that's another 50 coins. You will start passively getting these. It will take months to be able to earn these, but... Sorry, I'm very long-winded here. Again, I'm exhausted. I needed to be asleep hours ago. With Gold Shop, with Gold Master League coins, this is 2,000, this is 3,000. You're better off getting the UR supporter limit break. But with rare coins, though, by the way, this is down here because you can only buy this one for 1,000 coins once a month. Believe me, that's not going to be an issue. Okay. It'll refresh for me in a week. I'll buy the next one because I do have 1,000 coins already. You can buy another one for 2,000. Don't. That's the whaliest of whale problems. Anyway, you can get a UR supporter limit break with rare coins too, but it's 5,000. So, I mean, this is whales only, and I don't even know if they're doing this more than, I don't know, ever. I don't know, maybe? I don't know. It depends on how crazy of a whale somebody is. Getting supporter limit breaks is probably pretty tough. But anybody over than the fattest of whales should not be looking at UR supporter limit breaks with rare coins. You're going to want UR unit limit breaks. And, I mean, I've still got 2 of these left over. UR supporter limit breaks? Okay, well, I actually still have 2. But I generally have more unit limit breaks sitting around than supporter ones. That's because I've been loose with unit limit breaks and very tight with my supporter ones. Yeah, 5k is crazy. 1,000 though, when you're a free-to-play player, when you're new, no, you are not going to get a unit limit break from the shop anytime soon. I get it. You're not. But I still really... But it's, I mean, 10 times more so for UR supporter limit breaks. So I would really suggest saving your diamonds. Unfortunately, it is a little... It's different coming from me because I have spent money. So, you know, I'm giving you rules for thee and not for me, basically. But I do think UR supporter limit breaks are a lot more important. And then also... Oh, they don't show you the old missions. I can't remember if there were any in the beginner missions. Oh, and then you can get a few... They're only during events. If you are an occasional spender, like you'll buy sale things, they do have packs in the shop during big events that may come with supporter, with limit break materials. They're generally not crazy deals. It's not like some gachas where they'll give you like a multi's worth of diamonds for $1. I don't think they've ever done anything in this game like that. They had 1 or 2 packs that were much better value, but nothing that crazy. All right, let's get these out of the way. I'm skipping everything because I've got 2 or 3 characters that are still only halfway through rank 6, the new guys. I've got all the 00 and Endless Waltz characters all the way up to rank 6, all the bar maxed out. So I've just got the 2 or 3 unicorns to do it with. So that's why I skip anything that isn't one of those guys. And like this one developing, I've already maxed out all of the limit breaks on the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed development map. So I'm not going to go develop units just for that character request. It's just not important. Alright, I already did this. So... I think I did these already. Yep. There we go, I'll just skip these. Anyway, that was a really long rant for something that was fairly simple, but yes, through rare coins you can get unit limit break materials, and it will take a very long time. The longer you play, the faster they'll come, though. It's still nothing that you would... Still not fast. It's still not going to be once a month. I think unless you are not... unless you're not limit breaking your lower rank things, you're probably not going to get a unit limit break material for free in, I don't know, maybe 6 months? I'm not sure. It depends. Maybe not that long. It really depends on how you do it. I gotta change my fucking team, don't I? Yes. Yes, Monk. Spending gems on stamina is a waste. It is a waste. Stamina has... I don't want to say no value. I can't... Monk, I'm sorry. Did you say that you played DQT? It's not like DQT. Stamina is not rare here. It's maybe not that hard to refresh, but it's just not that valuable. It's not. Ugh. Have I had the wrong leader on? Is that why I'm struggling? Is it because I'm a fucking retard? Is that why it was so hard? Is that why I'm hitting like a fucking pansy? And losing in Platinum League? Because I had a leader skill that literally supported none of my team? While I kept asking why Unicorn or why Lupus is so weak? Oh, dude, I ranted before. I mean, if you played, you know. With no exaggeration, there really wasn't a single resource in DQT that wasn't scarce. Every resource was scarce. Every single one. You couldn't even use your UR units that you got. You couldn't even use them if you didn't have enough of the premium. Okay. So in this game, you've got the EX weapon levels. What's the best comparison? So the weapon materials are limited, so yeah, you can get the newest unit, and then he's nerfed a bit if you can only have him at weapon level 3. In DQT, what they did was you had to rank them up with materials in-game, which could be a pain too. Okay, wow, look how easy that is once we get a fucking supporter. So you had to rank them up to get them to the next, like, 10 or 20 levels. So, like, when you got them, their max rank was 70, I think, and then you had to put them rank 1, rank 2, or, sorry, they started at 0 or 1, I can't remember. Rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, rank 5. To go from rank 4 to 5, from 90 to 100, 100 was the max level at launch. They changed it, and it's still predatory as fuck. To get them from rank 4 to 5 you had to have
ガンダムファイト
a rare, like a very, very, very limited unit. You couldn't even buy too many copies of them. They were just called orbs. They were iridescent orbs. If you were a whale, you could buy 1 or 2 more a month. They were about the same price as doing a multi, and it wasn't unlimited. You could only get a couple a month for paid currency. So without those, you could only use your units, your premium gacha units. You could only use them at level 90 instead of taking them up to 100. And I think in that game, that's why I hesitated to just tell you the level thing. Because I think 10 levels in that game meant a lot more than it does here.
追い込まれているようです
But yeah, imagine that you could only take your characters up to level 90 unless you had enough of a rare currency. So even if you were smart enough and had enough control to only use it on the best units, can you imagine the amount of horseshit it is that you spent money on a game and some or maybe all of the UR characters that you get, they were actually just S-rank characters in that game, you couldn't use in reality? Yes, you can use them, but they'll be weak. So you,
このまま一方的な展開を許してしまう
like, in a literal sense, yes, you can use them. In a practical sense, you literally could not use them. And that was at launch. Okay, so at launch, you were 10 levels down. Well, then they added, so that was rank 5 to get to level 100 with an S rank. S5 was level 100. Well, then they added rank 6, and then at the 1 year they added rank 7.
力があれば
Each of those was,
結果には
I think each of those was 10 levels. Maybe one of them was 5, I can't recall. It's just numbers. I mean, it's a whole other rank up. And there's also stats with the rank too. So now, oh, and by the way, rank 6 also required another iridescent orb. So they started giving a little bit more iridescent orbs. I don't know if they doubled it. So now, when you got an S rank unit, if you didn't have enough orbs, not only could you not have it at max level, it was now 20 to 30 levels behind your other SR units. So now, I mean, yes, you can use it, but the real... Wow, I just lost? The reality of actually using it and then irrelevant content was even more of a pipe dream, because trust me, there were fucking retards that would say, you could still use them at level 90. They're still useful. No, they fucking weren't. Maybe at launch. At launch, a little bit, they could. But when the other units are 20 to 30 levels higher, no. You could not use your S-rank units that you spent real money on if you were out of iridescent orbs. Oh, and you also had to use very limited materials. Now, they were free-to-play farmable, but you also had to use very limited materials to level up their moves, which also took capital, which was also very limited. And all of those things were earned with stamina, which was also very limited. And you didn't... It's not like this game, where you just farm hard modes and you get everything that you need. You needed to farm a certain stage for weapon material, or, sorry, they were called ability tomes in that game, but the same as weapon materials. There was a stage that you needed to farm for those. There was a stage that you needed to farm for rank up materials. There was a stage for... Well, experience and gold didn't really have stages. They had dailies, but they didn't take stamina, and they were, like, limited. They were once or twice a day. What was it? What was the other thing that could be farmed? I can't even remember, but every resource that you needed, most of them, came from different stages. And you just never had enough of anything. And basically nothing got farmed at the same time as another. Oh, and then farming limit breaks, awakenings in that game, same thing, obviously. Farming and awakenings of units, those also weren't the stages that you farmed to get anything else. Like, you got gold and experience in those units, but just, you know, a very small amount, just like this game. you weren't farming other things at the same time. Like, you just never had enough material or stamina or anything. So, anyway, that was a long rant. That had nothing to do with this, really. Just comparing it to DQT, but... yeah. No, stamina is not important in this game. Oh, also, I noticed 20 minutes ago, Eric Denmead subscribed. Thank you. I don't know why. I mean, I'm just ranting about things, bringing up politics, letting you know what a right-wing bigot I am. And I started the stream off by playing an entirely separate game, so I have no idea why you subscribe to this channel, but thank you. I might need to bring a tank. Peak streamer, you fucking know it, bro. Why is my wing so slow? He doesn't transform. Okay. He'd probably be weak as shit anyway. This might help. I could probably do better, but... does he have something? He's got a silver. He is maxed, right? Okay. I don't think this is one I want to spend a limit break on. He is pretty strong, though. You got nothing. Fuck Axia. Alright, you're maxed.
Gundam fight! Ready, go!
Nice. Alright. If he was a little bit stronger, He could take that down. If only he had, like, weapon level 4.
実戦の厳しさというものを
No. No, dude. That worked on me. I chased the leaderboard. I made top 20 at one point. That is toxic as fuck. It's fun when you're a retard that's spending. But no, this game doesn't have it. It's one of those things that seems like oh, it's an extra thing that you're not forced to do. That's always better, but that's predatory as fuck, man. I'm glad this game doesn't have it because I would be interested in it. Let's see if these changes help here.
Gundam fight. Ready, go. 一気に殲滅するぞ。
Okay, that's a kill. Nice.
実戦の厳しさというものを教えてやる
Oh, sweet. Fair enough. I know I'm very negative. I'm always looking on the downside of things, but like I said, like when people ask about PvP, I forget if that was you earlier, like it seems like it should be a good thing to add things, but they can make things really toxic really fast.
実戦の厳しさというものを教えてやる
There's got to be like a real borderline with his agility or whatever.
果たしてここから逆転の目はあるのか。
Like, why is his so much faster than mine? Because mine goes last.
ここで一気ダウン。邪魔だ。
Well, okay, so he's got a few things slower. Can we get the kills? So what was the big difference here? I didn't have any equipment on Sharzaku 2. Is that what made the difference? Did Sharzaku 2 not get the kill before? Oh, no. I didn't get the kill against him. Oh. Okay, well, it's not a max score, but I still win here. Yeah, so it was probably the equipment on Sharzaku, too. I didn't really pay attention. I agree on guilds. Cooperative stuff, I love that. Guilds would be awesome.
隙を見せた。今がチャンス。
I get so tempted to use limit breaks, but it's not worth it. What's up, Jules?
ガンダムファイト。Ready, go. そこか。
We were just about to finish up Master League, because... Guys, I'm sorry to tell... Like, I have to preface, because, you know, I have done this in these games before. I'm not done with DQT, but there is nothing to hold my interest right now. Like, I'm getting Master League done, and then I'm just gonna hit 150k. I don't think I'm gonna aim for 200. Maybe I'll use my skips and do some resets, but oh, that's nice. Okay, so I know he reduces beam, but I don't know if it's because it's an EX or if that's a special attack. I'll tell you, like, I know I'm the biggest authority on Gundam Eternal, you guys know, you know, but, that's sarcasm. I still forget about the resistances and stuff. I mean, I just fucking attack. DQT? Well, I am going to quit DQT one of these days, I promise. I'm done with tact. I'm fucking done with it, bro. I will say, not to attack Eternal. I've attacked Eternal before. Eternal is not that quality of a game. Dragon Quest Tact was a really well-made game. It's such a shame. Like, that game was polished. Unfortunately, the people in charge of everything, that planned everything and did everything other than designing it and developing it and whatnot, were predatory and greedy and stupid as fuck. Like, the base of that game, it was beautiful. The monsters look great, the design's great. But they made almost every aspect, everywhere that you could put greed and predatoriness in that game, they fucking did. That game could not have been more predatory. Oh, God. I could go on for ages. DQT was so predatory. But, like, the base of it, it was such a good game. This game, honestly, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm having fun with it. I'm playing it. Believe me, I'm not doing this game, this channel for the big YouTube bucks, okay? This is, and honestly, some of this is still probably riding the high from the anniversary. I don't know if you can see. Anyway, I'm at $27 in ad revenue from the last 30 days. I'm not in this for fame and glory. But anyway, even though I'm enjoying DQT, it's really like, it's got some fundamental flaws. The developers and the design team or whatever, they're pretty fucking lazy. Which is a shame, because DQT, everything was good except for the people in charge. They just made everything over the top predatory. Absolute baller, yeah. Yeah, it's true. It funds a pretty... My YouTube revenue does fund a pretty lavish lifestyle. Yeah, I'm living fat. The anniversary did spike things up. I think I made like $80 during the anniversary month. I would have gotten it over like 100 probably. I think I could have like fairly easily. But I literally like just was not interested in this game during the anniversary. And I feel bad for you guys, but like I know that there's like dozens of you that, you know, you just wake up every morning hoping there's another Chase Games DQ Eternal. I caught it. Okay. There's another Chase Games Eternal video, but my heart's not in it right now. So I'm not done. But like, there really isn't anything to be excited about in Eternal right now. A game developed by Square and managed by Bandai. It would be better. I don't know how much to blame on the management here. I mean, the devs are they really are the B team here. They are, for sure. I don't think the management's great, but at least they don't seem to actively hate their global player base. Because I'm not exaggerating. Like, Square Enix, I don't think they like their Japanese audience that much. I don't think they're that loyal or faithful to them. But I felt hated by them. That's the only reason to... That's the only reasonable explanation for how bad the global... What do you call it? Because the game ran 6 months behind. The changes they would make, the changes between the global and the Japanese version were so bad. And it didn't result in them... Like, you could say, well, that's predatory, they're trying to make money. No, they were so bad. They were so greedy. It was so intentionally unbalanced and damaging to the global version. I can only attribute it to xenophobia. I think Square Enix hates everyone outside of Japan so much. Like, yes, you were second class, and they needed you to fucking know it. And I've heard that about Japanese games sometimes. Like, they prioritize their Japanese base. Although the thing is, in gacha, when you're playing a game that's 6 months behind, from what I like Dokkan, the Japanese players were just happy to get their stuff first. In Dokkan Battle, the Dragon Ball Z game, I've played that for most of 11 years. I'm on a break right now. You can do that in Dokkan. You can take a break and come back a year or two later. You really can. The global version of Dokkan Battle was the better version to play. It was the version with more value. The Japanese players would get more... it was called Dragon Stones in that game. That's why you'll hear me call Diamond Stones sometimes. They may have gotten more stones sometimes, but we would get better banners. Like, their banners that were just... It was 50 stones per... it was a different conversion, or it was a different amount, basically. But 3,000 diamonds is 50 Dragon Stones. So they would have, like, just a new banner where it was, like, just 50 stones. We would get the same banner 6 months later, on our timeline. But it would be like, buy 3, get 1 free. Like, we would literally get... Every 3 multis we did, we'd get a free one. Like, can you imagine how awesome that would be in this game? The global version was better. You also got to play with Foresight. Imagine how differently this... Like, oh my god, I could actually get you fucking assholes to save diamonds. If you knew... In 2 months, we would get this not only would you know what unit it was, you would know what it did. If you paid attention to things, you would know how it performed in the Japanese version of the game, which should be the same, or at least 99% the same as our version. Like, you could plan how to spend your diamonds for the next 6 months. So the global version, even without Foresight, was better, but with Foresight and a little bit of patience, like, I don't know, not being a fucking 12-year-old retard that needs your, your pixels ASAP. Because so many people played the Japanese version of Dokkan, where you literally can't read anything. Like, it's not the most complicated game in the world, but, like, why do you want to have to, like, memorize every fucking menu in the game? Every time you want to look at what your character actually does, you have to go look it up on the wiki or something like that, just to play the version where you get your pictures a little bit sooner. Because in Dokkan, the battle is not really... It's really collecting. It's really collecting. Even getting, like, the extra dupes in your units is really just to, like, have bragging rights. The content in Dokkan, not that hard. The content that is hard is generally always available, and you don't really need the limit breaks for it. It's just for dumb whales. Free-to-play players can do everything easily in Dokkan, 99% of the time. There's no PvP. They get shouted down every time they bring it up. What was I going on about? Oh, anyway, yeah, just the global version was literally better. So that's why I don't understand when these games need to, like, fuck with the global player base. Japanese players are just happy to be first. You know? Obviously, it's a little different here because the game's on the same timeline. Alright, look at me. I'm still being a tryhard. I'm still using my skips. Although, you know, I started a day late. I just didn't feel like spending an hour on Master League the other day. Oh, Monk, yeah, in DQT, yeah. I talked about this a while ago, that, you know, all on live stream, so I know you guys can't catch everyone. So they would do this fucked up thing. And I think this will make sense. You know, so we would get, first of all, we only got like 90 to 95% of what they got. There were a lot of good things that the Japanese version got that we just didn't. And some of them had a reason, like they would do like lottos and giveaways and stuff like that. They're not going to do that in the international version. They were generally pretty small. Wasn't that big a deal. But what they would do is, so I mentioned before, the game never gave you enough material for anything. You also had to grind specific stages to get specific, very necessary stuff. And they would do campaigns. So the rank up material stage would have a campaign for a week or two where they had like double or triple rates. Or you would have double or triple rates on weapon materials. Again, resources were so scarce. You needed to be so strategic with your stamina that you needed to capitalize on those events. You would spend 80, 90, 100% of your stamina in those. Here's the problem. When an event would come out, though, okay, the event, if you wanted to farm the free-to-play units in those, which was way, way, way harder, you would need to dedicate all of your stamina to that. So one of the ways they would fuck the global version, and they did this many times, is that we would get the same campaigns, and we would get the same events, but we would get them at different times. So what that means is, so say Japan would get like a light event, something like our normal event in this game, which is just like, you know, maybe it's got 1 or 2 units in it. They've got a pretty easy drop rate. You can spend a couple of days spending all your stamina on that, and you've got it. And it's not that big a deal. It's a very light event. And then they'll give you a campaign where you can grind your tomes, grind your rank up materials, and just spend all your years on that. So what they would do for us is they would give us an event that was grind heavy, that would have a bunch of important characters to get, where you would need to spend all of your stamina and then some. Like, you never had enough AP. It was very hard to fully grind an event. Most of it was for collector's purposes, but some of them did have A ranks, the same as SSRs in this game, which, you know, were fairly useful. So they would give you a grind heavy event, and then give you the campaign at the same time. So you literally had to choose, do I grind the event or do I grind the campaign? And they would do that all the time. All the time. So did we get everything the Japanese version got in that scenario? Yes, we did. But this wasn't like... Anybody that had played the game for more than a week or two would understand that relevance. Like, yes, they gave us the same campaign. Yes, they gave us the same event within 6 months. But they fucked us. Like, just giving grind-heavy campaigns and grind-heavy events at the same time, out of timeline, was just a way to easily fuck us over while saying, you guys got everything. You guys got everything. What do you want? You know? They fucking hated the global player base. Ugh. Alright. I think I'm done, boys. I gotta go take care of my doggy and do some other stuff. I think I'm done. So, Oh, C Doping. I've never seen you in here before. Welcome. Oh, I was talking about a gacha I played a couple years ago, Dragon Quest Tact. Just how toxic it was, like predatory. And then just comparing it, because, like, you know, Bandai runs this game, of course, and I have my problems with them, but they don't seem to hate us as much as Square Enix hate. So don't ever play a Square Enix gacha, please. First of all, like, the American version, the global version will go offline after a year or two. Second, I'm fully convinced, and I don't just say this as like a childish, like, I think they hate us. I'm thoroughly convinced that Square Enix hates global players. Like, they actively hate you. I'm addicted to Dragon Quest. Final Fantasy VII is awesome. I try not to buy their games at launch. I try to buy them secondhand if I can, although now I'm PC Master Race, so that's a bit harder. But I have an active disdain for Square Enix. They can suck my asshole, because they, like, the IPs they have are beloved. The history of Square Enix is amazing. Square Enix from like the last 10 years ago are corrupt retards. I fucking hate them. I know, I sound like a child. Anyway, I'm sorry to let you go when I'm having such an interesting, well thought out rant. But, yeah, I've got to go. Didn't they come out with a new mobile game? Yeah, I played it for like, I think I logged in once. I got into the, Alice, what's up, man? Everybody's coming in while I'm about to go. You guys, you're the worst. You guys are the worst. I'm done. I'm trying to leave. I'm on my way out. And it's all, hey, what's up, bro? You guys suck. Anyway, yeah, they just put out a mobile game. Yes, it's also equipment gacha. I hate equipment gacha. It's lame. I want to summon for characters. Why would I want to summon for equipment? I'm not going to say there isn't iconic equipment in the Dragon Quest games, but, like, who really cares about Dragon Quest equipment in a game? You've got Erdrick's sword and Erdrick's shield. Maybe if you care about SNES stuff a whole lot. I'm not really an SNES kid. I didn't have one. I was a Sega kid. You like the Zenithian sword? But, like, that's not what I think. I think about the characters. I think about the monsters. The Dragon Quest equipment barely means a fucking thing to me. So, no, I don't want to play a Dragon Quest equipment gacha. That's fucking retarded, dude. And then it's also just, it really wasn't that fun to me. So, I got into the closed beta. I think I live streamed it once. It's not miserable. I didn't hate it. There were a few problems. I didn't love the gameplay. It wasn't terrible. I'm not even telling you not to play it. It's not for me. And also, like, somebody mentioned, like, oh, it's a good time waster. Brother, I'm not looking for time wasters. I don't have enough hours in the day. Which is why I feel bad that I'm not doing more content for Eternal for you guys. I literally just, I don't, like, it's time I'd rather spend on something else, and there's... Guy, like, dude, Desktop Solitaire is easier to make content for than Eternal. Like, this is the most... Oh my god, this is the most depressing game to try to make content for. It's... There's like 3 updates a month. Like, and dude, what content am I gonna make on Bandit Flower? Like, there's a couple of mid free-to-play units and a mid free-to-play pilot. I could have done more coverage for it. I could. God bless Vortex Fiend. He's staying strong. He's made a few videos, but what is he putting out? 2 or 3 videos a week? That's not attacking him. I'm pointing out. There's just no fucking content to be made in this game. And then, like, I've fallen, like, I don't know, out of, like, there's no passion. Like, I don't have a passion for this game right now. So again, I always have to press, I'm not leaving. It will probably rekindle when things become a little more exciting, like Road to the 1.5, I'm assuming that's going to be a thing. I'll probably get a little more hyped up. But there has not been anything to be excited for since the 1 year. And honestly, I was massively disappointed in the 1 year. The 1 year was, dude, even Vortex won't agree with me. But in not so many words, he agreed with me. Okay, I'm sorry to, I'm not trying to put words in his mouth necessarily. But he didn't argue what others would point out. The 1 year anniversary was mid as fuck. And when an anniversary is mid, that means it sucks. In gaming, mid sucks. I mean, I don't know if that sounds childish, but... I can go live while working? Yeah, I'm not sure if you're supposed to do that. I would never use my phone at all and be distracted while driving. But if I did, I probably wouldn't want to document it. I mostly listen to audiobooks all night. Oh, you know what a dumb child I am? I actually just started listening to... I've never read or listened to them before. The Harry Potter books. I'm enjoying them a lot. If you like the movie, I don't love the movies. I like the movies. My sister's into it, so my sister's obsessed with Potter. She's 2 years younger than me, so she's like late 30s. I like them. She loves them, so it makes me a little more interested. It's something that we can talk about. There's also a deck builder. There's a Harry Potter deck builder game that she turned me on to that I fucking love. I love it. It's the first tabletop deck builder I've ever done. It's fairly simple, but obviously it's Harry Potter themed. It's actually made me like Harry Potter a little bit more. So anyway, the books are good, and something that's really interesting is if you watch the movies, if you're not like some weirdo that hid under a rock for the last 20 years, the books are really faithful. Or sorry, the books are really faithful to the movie. No, the movie is very faithful to the books. Listening to the books, because by the way, I'm driving all night. That's why I only listen to audiobooks. I don't have time to read anything. I have time to listen. I don't have time to read. I don't know if I'll ever read a book again in my entire life. Maybe when I'm old. Anyway, yeah, very faithful movie. It's like listening to the movie script or something like that. And I never listened to the old version. I'm listening to the fairly new full cast version. This seems to be a new trend in audiobooks. And I like it. Yeah. It's really good. People just don't like J.K. Rowling. No, not people. Performative leftist morons. Sorry, I am very conservative, so I don't want to start if you are liberal, progressive, I'm not trying to start a fight with you, but the only people that have a problem with J.K. Rowling are pro-trans people, which are... I'm not pro-trans, and I'll just leave it at that. There's a Stephen Fry version? Stephen Fry, is he the one that narrates the mythology books? Or, well, not books. Isn't there a book called Mythology? Is that Stephen Fry? Because he's a comedian too. I think I listened to that. I made it halfway through Mythology and I got a little bored. I'll have to go back to it. Yeah. You want a road view stream? Probably not. Also, I go to the same place every night. I go to car dealerships and deliver auto parts. It's pretty boring, but it's a good run. I have a stable day. Anyway, you assholes, stop trying to fucking distract me. Okay, I'm leaving. And I'm leaving you for good. And I don't care how much you guys cry. I'm done. I'm out. Anyway, hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. It's good catching up with you. I'll probably be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be live streaming Eternal, but anytime you guys see me live, if you want to just hang, and you still want to talk Eternal, I'll probably be playing Slay. You can always talk about Eternal while I'm doing Slay. So, but have a good night, guys.